Welcome, Avery Sunshine, to Google. It's so good to have you here today.
I'm so glad to be here.
Yes.
See, I'm sorry. I'm so out of order. I'm so out of order. I'm so excited. Well, you know that. You know why I'm excited.
I am excited, too.
This is huge.
Yeah, this is going to be a great night. So,
yes, it is.
Just want to have a little chat with you
Yes.
before we get started.
Yeah.
So, Avery Sunshine.
Yeah.
This is your name. Can you tell us about your name?
Well, my name is so funny. My partner, I don't know why he's not in here right now. Dana, wherever he is. But Dana and I, we worked on, I never thought I was going to be an artist. I didn't think I sang well enough or I was talented enough to be an artist. And Dana was like, no, listen. I think you got something. Let's just start writing and see what happens. So the first song we wrote, and we're going to sing it tonight, the song is called Stalker. And I know. But I wrote the hook, and I said, Dana, I'm gonna send you this hook. I can't get you out my mind and all this stuff, just good stuff. And then, I'm not the kind of girl who'd stalk you, but I might call you, over and over and over again. So we wrote the song, and a good friend of his was a house DJ, and he wanted to remix it, and he did it, and it was amazing. And he said, okay, we're about to put the record out. Who do you want to be? He was like, I was like, what does that mean? He was like, well, no, you can change your name. I was like, well, what's wrong with Denise White? I'm like, well, there's nothing wrong with Denise White, but if you want to, you could do something else if you wanted to. And I blurted out Avery Sunshine. And I believe, and it's so funny when I tell you, I never thought about being an artist before. I hadn't, at least I didn't think I had. But I think it comes from my love of two characters. The first character is Sugar Avery from The Color Purple. And then the other character is Sunshine from Harlem Nights. You throw it up in the air and it turns into sunshine. It's all adults in here, right? It's a child, children here. But if you don't know what we're talking about, please rent Harlem Nights. You know what I'm talking about. In no way am I, but whatever the case. But that's how I got the name. Just blurted out. So.
Well, it suits you.
Thank you.
Really
honey.
well, yeah.
Thank you.
I think, you have an energy that's contagious ever since, since
It's
I met
coffee.
you. Is it coffee? I was going to ask. I know you got kids. I know you're always upbeat. Is it coffee?
It's coffee. Because otherwise, but you have to be with kids and keeping up with what's going on with the career as an independent artist. You better be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those of you who haven't heard your music, how would you introduce people to your music?
It is.
What's your style?
My style is, it's R&B soul, and there's a thread of, that common thread of gospel through it all. But I'm still talking about my baby daddy, and life, and stuff, But I hope that it makes people feel good. So I like to call it feel good music too.
Great.
So I hope it does make people feel good.
Great. I think it does. And as far as I was a little surprised to hear you say you're surprised or you weren't planning to be an artist or weren't expecting that. But weren't you involved in music at a pretty young age?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Now, I started playing piano at 8, and I started directing choirs and playing for choirs at the age of 13. So I was reading music, and I had an aunt. Her name was Aunt Tootsie. And Aunt Tootsie called my mom one day and said, listen, Ruth, I'm working at the Catholic Church, and I can't be there this Sunday. I got to go to Tahiti. Can Denise come read this order of service real quick? And my mom asked me, Denise, do you want to try it? And before I knew how much money it paid, I said, sure. And the service was 1 hour. And I got $175 just to go in and read some music. I was like, I'm through. That's my career. That's it. But I felt like I was always behind the scenes. I was directing a choir or accompanying someone, but never, and I would sing out of necessity if somebody didn't show up to do a solo. That's how I would end up singing, but never, I'm going to sing a solo today, and I just didn't think some people like that. If you go to church, that one person, I'm just going to sing the Star Spangled Banner for the Lord today. We didn't ask you to do that. I was not that person. I tell you, I am such a fan of that real singer, that the Clark sisters and, Stevie Wonder, and I was like, if you don't sing like that, that's what I thought. And you know, and you've got to have a thing too, because everybody that can sing doesn't have a thing. And I didn't think I had that thing. I didn't know. And when I tell you this is so divine, I feel like it just fell on me. And then Dana and I met, and it was really, Dana, wave your hand so everybody can see you. That's my partner, everybody. Yeah. And without him, there would be no Avery Sunshine. So you feel free to call him Ike Turner, Rick James, Joe Jackson.
Great. Well, thank you. So tell me more about the last album and what it meant to you, and then we'll do that first, and then we'll go to the next question.
The last album, which was my first, it marked a point in my life. I was going through divorce, and I always say this, and I didn't go to therapy. I probably should have, but the record served as therapy for me. I was able to talk about what I was dealing with, and I'm gonna tell you, if you don't know, its stuff is better on the outside. I just believe it, and I was able to get it out and make it to the other side. So that record marks that time in my life, and you know, I'm grateful for it. I look back on it like, wow, I'm glad people liked it, because I was going through on some of that.
Yeah.
One of the records, one of the songs, I was crying. Dana was like, I don't know if we need to put this on the record. It's like, no, but I just want people to feel me. But
so then, what can we expect for the next one?
More crying. No, I'm not doing any more crying. A different place. You know, and this next record is going to be called, entitled "The Sunroom." And if you have a house, you know, the sunroom is that place where you go put up your feet and do whatever it is you feel like doing. If you feel like talking on the phone, you do that. If you want to watch a little TV, you do that. If you want to look out and look at the lake, you can do that. Whatever it is you want to do, that's your sanctuary. And I want to encourage everybody to find that place. So this next record is called "The Sunroom," and whatever has been on my mind this last few, and as well as Dana's, our minds this last year or so. That's what we're talking about again.
Great.
But it's definitely happy.
Good. No, I mean, I think the last one, it's just interesting to me. I've always thought it was fascinating how music is therapeutic. You said you didn't go to therapy, but it sounds like you sort of did.
Thanks to all of you. If you have the record, you helped me with my therapy. Thank you.
No, I'm looking forward to the next one. So before we go, just a couple of favorites of yours. What's one of your favorite places to see live music?
One of my favorite places to see.
In any city, wherever.
In any city to see live music. I have to tell you, London, Ronnie Scott's. It's really, really tight. If you haven't been, please make a trip to London and check out Ronnie Scott's. It's just half the size of this room right here. And the intimacy, it's electric. I fell in love with music again in that spot, and I hope to play there one day.
I'm gonna check it out now.
Please do. Please do.
What's one of your passions outside of music?
Directing choirs. That's outside of music. No, my children. Okay. My children. My son and I are movie buffs, so and we have dates. We try to have dates once a week, he and I, and. The last date we had, as a matter of fact, my daughter was supposed to come, and he was feeling some kind of way about it, and he was like, can you drop her off to get her hair done so we can really have our date? So, but I'm taking it seriously. I want him to. My dad and I used to have dates like that, and I said, I want my son to learn how to treat a woman or anybody by me spending that time with him and showing him, not just telling him, but we do it.
That's great.
We do it. So, and the last movie we saw was Superman. Was that what's the name of it? Man of Steel. I was nervous. It was a little dark. Who did Clark Kent first? What was his name? Michael Reed? Christopher Reeve. I'm sold out for Christopher Reeve. It's new stuff. That's when you know you're getting older too. Like, see, this newfangled stuff.
So how old are your kids?
My son is 11 and my daughter is 13. And y'all, my daughter, she wrote a song that's going to be on She and Music Soul Child. Yes. It's going to be an interlude on the record.
That's incredible.
It's nuts.
Wow.
And I played it wrong. Actually, she played it for me, and we listened to the track on my phone, and we recreated it for her. And when she heard it, she was like, "That's not right." So y'all need to do it again. So that's
incredible.
You know,
Great.
so I'm
That's
excited about that.
Cool. Last thing, what was the first CD you remember buying?
The first CD I don't remember buying one. But I tell you, it's strange. I remember the CDs came out, and I remember waking up one day, and there were 2 CDs. There were 3 CDs at the house. There was the Yellow Jackets, and my parents had the Clark Sisters, and then there was one more, Kenny G. It was. What's the one, the wedding song? The sound quality from a tape to CD made your head pop off. Am I the only one that remembers that? To hear that, you're like, oh, what is it? It just felt like water. You just feel like it's life to hear that sound. It was amazing to me. I remember those distinctly. Like I don't remember buying them. It's like just one day they were at the house.
Yeah. They have a way of showing up.
They just showed up. But I remember those 3 CDs distinctly. Great. And the sound was just amazing.
Great. Well, there's a 4th one I'm looking very forward to. It is yours. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much,
looking
Ryan.
forward to it.
And it means so much to me. Yeah, I got to, please make some noise for Ryan. Because for all the artists that are here tonight, it means so much for us to be able to share what we do and the way we want to do it. And we just don't have the platform all the time. So I'm speaking for everybody. We are grateful. And we're grateful that you're here to listen and share with us. And we thank you because you didn't have to. You could have said, let me call Beyonce.
I do sound like her. And I have her number, of course. But yeah, I didn't.
But you could have. You could call anybody. And you chose us. And I'm grateful. And we thank you so much.
And likewise.
All right.
There's a reason I choose you guys.
Thank you. Oh.